Gotta make sure. What were you saying though?
No, but I was saying like even if you're a small creator, if they put it out to the exact people that would watch it, even in that hour time span, you would get a good amount of views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The hour that they let you on the algorithm, like you would get hella views. But what they do is they try to get you to like the broadest audience possible and then see what section you capture. Right?
Yeah.
So they do it inverse. They don't guess like which way you're gonna actually go. They initially just put you out there and then see if you can catch a general audience, and then they put it out to the rest of the people.
Which is wild because it's like, why don't you show it to my people? I just want my people to see it.
No, dude, you could
they
focus,
already picked to follow
you could
me.
focus the audience,
Like-
and you would get a ton of views. It's just they want to go like the Mr. Beast route, where let's say you can capture more people this time, then they add that section of people in too, and then they feed it to everybody. You know,
everybody's
that's what
essentially a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, let's see if people want to see your shit, which is so crazy, man. Because I'm just like, it's like I know these people like it. I feel like you have to do the like on Instagram, you can like follow like heart people on your follow list to be like actually have them make sure it pops up in the feed on time.
True.
And like I started doing that for other people who I like actually care about, like artists I want to keep up with. That works, but like the fact that I have to do it after I already elected to follow them kind of pisses me off.
That's something that like
exactly.
I also feel like they're just trying to make a paid feature.
Ooh. Yeah.
Like, why else does it exist
we both do
if
that.
there's not going to be a premium account for it?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. Because
It
the original
does, but-
thing was just like, post and people who follow you will see it.
Yeah.
Now it's post and people who follow you will see it. Asterisk, if you mark them, they will actually really see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
and
it'll be like
it
a,
definitely
or it's like a,
doesn't
or
work on-
boost this.
on TikTok.
The fact that there's a
dude,
boost
on
this
TikTok,
post option is wild.
Oh, I know. It keeps trying to get me to boost stuff. Should
Everything.
I boost stuff? Does it cost money?
Oh,
I kinda thought
you're
it
new to
cost-
the vibe. It does
Yeah.
it for every single post you post.
Yeah, should I
Instagram
boost
does it for
it?
everything.
Do I have a limited number
I
of
was about to
boosts?
say
They're making it a game here.
They're gonna give you $5
How do
in
I
credit
get-
whenever you do it
How do I get boost bucks?
with real money.
Okay,
you put
okay.
real money in their Facebook. Because I'm sorry, it's
that's why I
rebranded.
was
It's like
like-
meta advertising now. The meta advertising account, you can put your money into there and change it into boost bucks.
That's
to be
why I
able to
was
do
like,
this.
why does it want me to boost? It looks like they want me to pay for that.
They want you to pay so that people
it
can
doesn't
actually
say
see that you
anything about
posted
payment.
on a website for posting.
Yeah.
That's I don't know.
It's just I don't get the point.
Everybody's it's like that's just crazy. So every post I do has to be an ad. For
Well,
people
they
to
all
watch.
they all figured out they weren't profitable,
Mm-hmm.
and then they stupid X was like Twitter Blue, and then they realized people pay for it, and now they're all going to be
Which
paid.
is
Now it's
crazy.
like, you might as
Everybody
well.
who paid for the initial Twitter
Idiots.
check, I just no. I'm
That's
not
a
gonna call you an
little
idiot.
aggressive. That's a little aggressive.
I don't like you. Like it's like I don't hate you. I just you're the reason why we're here. Like
legit.
if y'all would have all kept
We
your
could
credit
have
cards
all
in
not
your
paid
pocket.
for it.
Boycotted
And all
Like,
the other
bro.
social media.
But I feel the curiosity. I get where you're coming from, but I'm just like, man, y'all made it so that all of us got to get these checks now. Like I feel like
I feel like it still took a hit.
Tomorrow, if you blew up to 1 million followers off of one video, I feel like the point was to make you almost feel obligated to now buy that check.
Yeah.
Like,
Really? I wouldn't buy the check.
Well, I mean, like you obviously care like way less about social media. Like, I mean, like, I guess I would direct it more towards like Parse and Ananya, who like you all dropped shorts every day for a fucking year. If one of those blew you up to 1 million, would you have found it like justifiable to pay for one of those like services to get a check mark, whether on Instagram or Twitter?
I think it depends on how much I'm actually getting recognized.
That's what I'm saying. Like 1
Like-
million followers. Like this is exponential growth. I'm not talking like you went up 100K in a year. I'm talking like you did that one video and
overnight
you
success.
are up now.
Yeah.
Like, are you just like I feel like I got to get that check?
Yeah, then it's like, all right, I am actually him. Like I'm actually the actual
I
like user.
I feel that too in a sense though, where it's like if one of those sample breakdowns blew up, bro, I'd be like, yo, y'all got us like $8, bro.
I think
exactly.
Y'all got us like $8, man. Like,
I think it would be like too, like you just shit. Where is it going? Hold up.
You good?
So I don't think I'd pay for it until I saw someone impersonating me, because that's the point of it, right?
Yeah,
I get that.
Yeah,
Okay.
no fair.
So like
I
that
mean,
would be a
that's-
swing
that is
at that
impersonating
point.
you.
That is the
because
point
then
they
I'm-
told us. Okay, the point was money. It was a cash grab.
yes,
It was
but
like paid features, paywall around content you already had.
Yeah.
I don't
Like-
see a point until I have enough recognition that someone trying to pose as me could actually hurt my brand.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And
I
that's
see
the
that.
point where I would consider it. But But then
I feel like there might still be other ways, though, in the sense of like somebody else could still make another account, and buy the check mark, and create it too. So like in my brain, it'd be like, I don't know if I can run away from that problem. So it's like I'm either gonna buy it just to be like, look, y'all can have it because I'm blowing up and I'm popping, or it's like a fuck y'all, they gonna know me without it.
So
like which is the more anti stance.
Wait, did they ever land on anything? Because it was like a double check mark and then a gold star and then a red dot.
Do they still have the legacies on Twitter? I don't know if it was going to be just for a period of time or if it was going to be forever. But like there are verifications on Twitter that were legacies. Yeah. And then they got rid of the legacies and they changed them to something different because it was gold. And then they changed them to like I think it was like a like almost like opaque, like grayish. Yeah. And I think that's what you got if you used to have a check.
Well, but like they lost the way to be like, hey, this is verified, this account.
Yeah, which is like, I mean, they lost that on Instagram. To Instagram, I thought it was more important to have. Like, I thought that was severely more important.
You can post pictures than fucking Twitter. People.
Yeah, where it was like, especially in a time period of like, you can fake pictures and shit. Like, this has been happening since we were kids. So it's like, I thought that's where it was like, this matters more. But on Twitter, for them to get rid of it, create the legacy thing, fuck up the whole legacy thing, and then like, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah.
I think they do verified. It's like silver or some shit on
yeah. You actually post content on Twitter though, Pars. Like you post videos over there. How is it for reception? Because I don't post any content. Like I refuse. I've never gotten good reception.
There's no response, dude. There's no
I got.
That's why I stopped. So I used to cut up shit for Twitter, and I was like, why?
In case one day someone finds me and then they can go through my catalog.
Facts.
Yeah. Oh, I feel that. I mean, it's just like I hope it catches one person type thing. Yeah. 12 retweets is like your max. I'm sorry, you said that in between there. Is that like your max retweet?
To be fair, I've had like 20 tweets in my life.
True. I don't know. Does it still tell you how many tweets at the top of the screen?
I don't know.
I don't know if they took that off.
Yeah, it does. In like 2 years.
Oh, it does?
I have 3.3K tweets.
That's wild.
And I got 12K likes. I don't think that's wild. I think there's crazier ones.
Does that include retweets?
Yeah, it includes retweets.
So, okay, so that number's not 20, but like shit I type myself for Twitter, 20.
20. I mean, you can look at everybody's. Like Ananya, I can see yours. Yeah. That's weird. They didn't get rid of that. I don't know why. They're just getting rid of random shit. Like, why can't I look at how many tweets everybody's tweeting?
Well, they're just trying to actively ruin
He's got double my tweets.
Yeah.
Just go to your profile and scroll up on your profile on your main page, and it'll automatically go at the top. It's actually a beautiful UI design.
Yeah.
Honestly. Oh, that's how it is.
It's a beautiful design. How many?
2.7K.
Okay.
2.7K.
How long has your Twitter been active? It tells you the year too. Like I got March 2011.
Yeah, I got.
Does my Twitter still exist if I never signed into
2014.
Is it? Yes, it does, Bobby. I just saw your face. I just saw your face on here. Where'd it go?
Dude, but
Bobby, Bobby joined May of 2012. You have 400 tweets. Damn. Your last tweet is a retweet of my 67th episode of Miseducation Music. Hey. Shout out to the friendship.
How long ago? That was probably the last time I was on.
And your last media tweet is a picture that says, I think I almost died.
Oh, yeah, that's from high school.
It's the car crash from high school.
That's from high school.
Oh, my God.
I'm not going to lie. When people ask me the worst car crash I've been in, that's where I go to get the photo. I was going to say, this is the worst car crash you've been in. I watched it. It was fucking insane. That's crazy. That is, your Twitter is a hilarious archive. Yeah. I saw the other picture. I know which other one's there. That's from my sister's graduation.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna dox your family.
Yeah, you don't have to dox them.
Yeah, I was about to say everything. There's really nothing else in here. Like it's just retweets of Chicago stuff.
Yep.
Man, yeah, Twitter fell off for you way before X.
Yeah. Dude, I don't really think I had it on my phone for a long time in high school, but I'd go on like every once in a while to check in it, and it's like 3 people I used to follow have posted, and then all these like promoted and sponsored accounts, and I was like, okay.
It's like trying to get you to join in a conversation.
I'm not really invested in that. I came on here to see if anything was still happening on Twitter, and it wasn't.
Yeah. And it wasn't.
So I'm gonna leave again for like 4 months and then come back and check it out.
Yeah.
I do that with Snapchat. Oh shit, we're 15 minutes in. What's up and welcome to Better Than Cable, G. Look, you are in here this week for another episode of some amazing stuff. That topic was just actually really good, so we just kept going. We were trying to just dry open on some social media gripes, but you were in here this week with J-Treb from Miseducation to Music. We got Ananya and Parse from the Nevaland podcast and Bobby over there on the boards, man. But yeah, just we could dive right back in. I just wanted to make sure we actually gave him an intro at some point.
To be fair, we were on still screen for 10.
Okay, cool. 5 minutes. Hey, that was a good cold then. That was a good cold open. But keep going. What were you saying though? Okay, cool. Yeah. Sorry. No, I feel you. Were you? There? I don't know. That's why I was just like, it could be on me here.
I mean, I can go. Like, we were talking about how horrible Twitter is.
I mean, like, shit. Like, we can keep riffing. We actually have topics today, though.
We do.
You threw something in there.
We have hello topics.
Yeah, I wanted to do a little dive in, get what you guys thought about WWDC. I thought there were some cool topics. I thought there were some cool things about what they had done, but Parse, you seemed a lot less enthusiastic when I mentioned it earlier, so I'd love to know why.
Yeah.
2 hour long dub is crazy.
To be fair,
that is my first thing about all of it. 2 hours?
I did not watch a single second. I went through the Mac Rumor updates.
Wild. That is the shit that Ryan does with fucking The Boys, where you just like I'm just here for the.
He just said he was gonna do it.
I know he's gonna do it again. But either way, it's like I just watched the highlights. I watched it 3 times.
I did not watch it. I was following the Mac Rumors thing. But from parts of it, it looks kind of cool. The iPhone update wasn't anything too crazy.
Yeah.
But I love the math on the iPad.
Yes,
that's sick.
I wish I had
love
that.
it. I'm mad. I would have graduated college a year earlier if that app came out.
Dude,
that was so sick.
When I saw somebody doing the exact problems that I struggled with throughout my college years, I was like,
and it accepts variables. Like you can write out graphs and it'll do the slope of the graph.
I would have literally just exported that PDF to show my work.
Legit.
And even if they didn't accept that, I would have just copy and pasted it over with by hand. Like the fuck? Like that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Was handwriting math, making graphs, doing angles. Like this is insanity. Like that was the future. That was the coolest thing they announced.
It also matched your handwriting too, right?
It does. The answers match your handwriting.
That was what was very interesting to me. That feature was cool because of that too. I was like,
feature was like college
it actually
kids
matches
are
how
about
you
to
write.
cheat.
So there's already some AI recognition going on there.
Yeah.
They did the whole thing. They didn't say AI for like the first hour.
Apple hasn't said AI for how many years? They've been saying machine learning. They've been ready for this for years. They've been ahead of all the game.
But they did this all on purpose. But there was definitely AI involved in that. We're not going to go on to the second hour of it yet. But I thought math was really cool, but there's still an asterisk because like why wasn't at least part of the iPad before? Like it could have always been a calculator.
I don't know if I want to like give the like why wasn't this already here for a company like Apple, because they have cemented themselves as we're not going to be first, but we will be right. And I'm gonna give them they did this right, because it's like they could have put that calculator app on at any time, correct?
Yeah.
But to do the calculator app and create handwritten math notes that also you can do on your phone, I'm like that's one of those where it's like I see what they meant when they said we're not just going to give you an app unless we can do something with it. So it's like of course they could have done that calculator sooner, but I don't know if they could have done that math part. Like that seems like some new in the sense of like I don't know if that was possible iPad with the first Apple Pencil.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, so that's I guess the app is still the app though. Like that's notes.
Well, no, it's calculator and notes combined.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
So, but if you go into the calculator app on the iPad, it's still the same yellow and dark skin as the iPhone one. I just think, if it's just going to be that, granted, it wouldn't have had the notes before. But
I feel like if they would have just given us that calculator years ago, they might not have even had they might not have even wanted to ever, create it this way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
like
fair.
maybe that bred the innovation, but I don't know. It's weird. That's just like, it is the same app. Yeah. That's the least updated app. That and the Compass, I feel like have been the same since iPhone 5. What is it, like iOS 7?
Yeah.
Like exact same apps.
Yeah,
so,
dude, they should have fucking made it
we could have got a new skin.
graphing calculator.
Yeah, like we could have got a new skin.
Come on, like
better.
Do something, like make it like
Change the
Desmos
color.
or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Change the
bring
color.
in,
I agree. That's the least they could have done.
That's the thing.
The least they could have done has been like, now we've got stunning options for colorways.
Yeah.
Which they did kind of do. That's another thing that
How do y'all feel about that? I want to know the public perception of being able to tint all of your apps a single color.
The personalization,
Dude,
like you can change colors.
It's just skins on Android, dude.
Yeah,
They just straight copied
I
Android.
hated it when it was on Android, and I don't like it now that it came back.
I probably won't use it.
I will never tint all of my apps one color.
Yeah.
The dark mode,
I'll try it out.
Yeah,
I'll
dark
try it
mode
out.
is sick.
I'm not about to make all my
Dark mode is
apps
sick.
yellow, red,
Yeah.
green, anything in between.
No.
No, like black is the only color,
Yeah,
right? Like,
legit.
That's what I'm saying. But like, there were already apps that could do that. I think they did a lot of things on this keynote that got rid of apps that are in the market that are
that's
third
what was
parties.
going viral.
That was the entire.
It was going viral on every Shorts platform. Literally, how to change all your icon colors, right? Like that was going viral for a while.
Yeah, through their
People were
shortcut,
trying-
their shortcut
you know, 'cause
platform.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
I have a Finder icon for my files on my iPad. Like Finder's not on iPad. Like, but it's like I did that with a shortcut that I learned on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now it's like they're essentially just being like, well, here's some Android controls that they had in 2013.
Yeah. And they added more. You can customize the home screen without keeping stuff to the top.
Maybe I've just become
Which
too
you don't-
accustomed because I keep all my apps out of the view of my wallpaper already.
Yeah.
But like, I guess now I can move them around.
Yeah. So that Android feature that was there forever.
Yeah.
That was one of my first Android phones.
And I didn't think there was a ton cool about the iOS update.
Yeah,
being
there
totally
wasn't
honest.
anything. Yeah.
But
Crazy.
tap to cash is gonna change some shit.
Yeah.
I think that was as calmly revolutionary as Apple Pay, where tap to cash. I think that is going to eliminate several apps.
Yeah, Venmo,
like I'm talking like Venmo, cash. Like people use Apple Pay now. Like I've realized it's gotten a little bit more popular, just like in the scene of like people just being like, "I'll Apple Pay you," but that without even having to share contact information.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to have each other's phone numbers or anything.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
Facts.
gonna change the game. Like I'm thinking about like shows with like merch sales or people who are like doing their merch like on hand and they do that all personal, like artists. This is about to change the game because that's way easier than asking, "Do you have Cash App or can you Zelle me or do you have Venmo?" And then this person who's selling T-shirts has had to make 17 accounts.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the whole point of the Apple savings account.
Yep.
Right. So now you have the bank, you have direct payment.
You can get
You're
a credit card, a
basically
debit
Zelle.
card.
They're trying to cut out Zelle here, right? They're trying to kill Zelle.
They killed so many markets so calmly in this conference.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's so insane.
And then I
dude.
actually, other than iPhone stuff, and I guess the calculator on iPad,
Yeah, I
I
was
thought the
about to say,
iPad update was underwhelming.
It was very
Yeah,
underwhelming, but
very.
I think like there will just be an overhaul of this operating system soon, or they have given up on the device line, which they're selling too many to give up on the device line. So I'm just hoping that they're cooking something that's not ready yet, because that iPad was that was what I was watching for. It was so underwhelming.
Yeah.
I was like, there was like maybe 2 or 3 features that I saw as like an iPad user that's like heavy into it that I was like, I'll use this. But everything else.
The remote thing's kind of cool.
Yes, the remote phone to computer. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, the iPad remote support.
Oh
thing.
yeah, to be able to. Yeah, it's gonna come in handy with my parents.
My mom's gonna ask me to help her with something.
Yeah, I think they're only rolling it on iPad first, but that feature's too valuable. You got to bring that to phone, because if I could just like get my mom's controls and just go in her settings for her, I can do it with an iPad. But
You can do it on FaceTime.
Yeah, no, they said it only works if you have an iPad now. Though you have to have an iPad to like actually to use their device. Is what I thought I heard.
Sorry, I'm mistaken. No, if you FaceTime someone, you can have them screen record.
Yeah, you can already do that.
Screen
Yes.
share.
I was thinking you could control it through that,
You
but
can control.
can't.
No, you can only control it on the iPad while FaceTime.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying. But they're gonna bring that feature over, because I'm just like, gee, like how many questions my parents have where I'm like, if your phone was in my hand,
I could just do it.
could have been done. Could have been done. Like,
But the Mac update was actually awesome.
yes.
Yeah.
Really cool Mac update. You can remote to your phone now just by clicking on a
the
notification.
screen's off.
Yeah.
What?
So talk about interconnected.
That was sick, dude. They're setting that up for the Vision Pro too, I think. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully that feature
yeah,
leads to the
facts.
Vision
I'm
Pro.
surprised
Well, I
that
think
wasn't a
no,
launch
no.
feature.
Where they take it.
I think it already did, because now on the Vision Pro with the update, the foveated rendering is on the laptop. So you can have a massive screen. You can have like a 21 by 9 it's full
little,
view screen.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a little convoluted, but Parse, you could technically do it if you update your computer, right? Like you can put it on his computer and then have his phone on the computer.
Well, no, that's what I was going to say. So the feature's just accessible through that screen, right?
You're right. I can go through my laptop.
It's just accessible through the laptop. So damn, bro, that's insane.
Now that the laptop's taking care of all the rendering, I wonder if other things are going to improve on vision when using a MacBook, because it doesn't have to dedicate a GPU, essentially, to make the video.
They added that curved screen, dude.
Yeah.
So they added that fucking
the massive 21 by 9 screen. Yeah.
That shit's crazy, dude.
Everyone was waiting on that because it was kind of stupid to only be able to have a square window in a quote unquote limitless space.
Yeah.
Like this is supposed to be a limitless visual canvas, and you're like, you got to use this square. That's insane.
Yeah. And I think a large overall thing that we saw from this event was that Apple is figuring out how to make all of their silicon work perfectly together, no matter the device.
Yeah, I think, and I mean, like that gets
that's
right into like
an overarching thing from this whole keynote. Like they are just getting very good at
it has to
integration
with the fact that they switched to all this AI shit. Like that goes right to the AI thing where it's like this and like I want to count
intelligence.
I want to count of how many times they said the word personal context because they said that more than AI. They said that more than fucking Apple Intelligence. They just kept using the word personal context, and I was like, I feel like you all have nailed all of my devices. Like living in harmony. Well, like that's all that means. Yeah. Because it's like what? Like you're telling me I can get a message over here, do this, and I can say like it can have the context of a text message from 3 weeks ago, and I can say, hey, somebody texted me. What day was I supposed to do this? And it's on device going to tell me when that happened in a message. That's what I've been waiting for. That's all I've been waiting for.
And they just took the marketing or the branding.
Oh yeah,
AI. It's just Apple Intelligence now.
Oh yes,
they were like,
that's wild.
We're just gonna take that, and that's
wild.
Apple Intelligence.
When we say AI over here,
now when people think you mean AI, you're gonna mean AI.
They're gonna do it lowercase too. It's gonna be lowercase a, lowercase I. It's gonna be Apple Intelligence.
Yeah.
You know what's like twofold brilliant about that is Apple. I know they didn't like the word artificial.
Yeah,
they fucking hate it. They're like, fuck artificial. We don't like that fucking word.
That's
we
why
want Apple there, right? Like so they got rid of the trash, which was the artificial part, and they just put Apple. You know, it was brilliant.
They were like, we don't want anyone to think shit is fake over here. It is real.
Facts. Also, exactly. It's real intelligence. It ain't no fake.
When they announced that like they were gonna let GPT also into it, I had figured that they had done something. I thought it was gonna be a small update to Siri, but the fact that that they made all of that available on device is the part where I think they might murder the entire market.
All of those on device, I don't know, bots, models, whatever you want to call them. All of those on-device ones, from my understanding, are Apple's works, not OpenAI's.
Everything on device.
Only when it needs to reach out to OpenAI because it thinks it will be better than it. Will it reach out to OpenAI?
It's a setting, so you can have it to use OpenAI, but like it'll every single time, no matter what, it will ask. Like apparently you can't toggle that feature off either. So, and I'm like, that's dope.
I'm very impressed that the whole Siri update can work without ever reaching out to OpenAI.
Yeah.
It's still going to reach out to the cloud, to what I actually think is one of the coolest things, because there's Apple Silicon X serves somewhere.
I was about to say there's literally just Apple chips stacked on top of each other. I want to know what it looks like.
Let's get a new X serve, but they're probably scaling those chips ridiculously. Like it's already a chiplet design. They could have massive dies of chips, and it's just like 4 M3 Pros or whatever.
Like I think it's just like a big, like the X serve's not even that big, but like for it, they could literally just have like one big ass board and it's just covered in silicon. Like it's just like, this is just the entire thing. Like this is where you're sending all your data. And apparently for that as well, even though it's on Apple's private cloud thing that they're doing, it will still ask you that it's going off device.
Will
it won't. It won't even do that without telling you.
And
which is like, man, like that's the security that AI was missing. In my opinion.
Apple fought very hard here to not have this look anything like Microsoft's AI recall.
Oh, bro, you didn't see that? The CEO, Tim Cook? He's been doing interviews with every single YouTube. I'm like, you all are getting so ahead of bad press with you saying AI out loud. This is crazy. I'm like, every YouTuber, if you're over, I think like probably 1 million, you could get an interview with him. It's crazy.
Facts.
Like,
interesting.
Man,
it's wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really cool. And then on top, I didn't know it was going to reach out even for Apple's own network. But
anything that's off device.
But they're also having third parties verify the encryptions on all of the servers it can reach out to from your phone.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool too. Like they're
No one else
trying
has
to
made that
add
claim.
a level of safety to random API calls all the time. Which would be kind of cool if it all works as in practice.
About to say, yeah, it's like how long until, like, I want to know how they've built that system out and how they're going to manage this, because like that's a lot.
If we suddenly see them not include ChatGPT or OpenAI, we know why. Because it's in this agreement that they can't store the requests or the information or identify fingerprint
I feel like Apple
people.
would loudly say that and tank the stock price of OpenAI if they took any, like if they collected any data from an Apple user. I think Apple would make an easy press release. Like they would be like, this is how we broke this up.
Connections.
Yeah, and it would kill the company because like you're talking like you're dealing with like 100%. One of the most expensive companies in the world, not just most expensive, the whole world, like not just this country. Like they say you're bad business, you bad business.
Dude, this is what OpenAI has already been doing. Like, Salesforce has like their own version of ChatGPT where
really cool.
OpenAI deletes their data.
Yeah.
Right. So like basically, I have a version on my work computer where I can literally just talk to ChatGPT all day, and that information, once the request happens and OpenAI returns a response, that response is instantly deleted. So we call that like a trust gateway. So like Apple should have some kind of similar kind of deal with them where after the request is completed, it's immediately dropped. Not stored.
I feel like Apple probably has that, but they're probably going to use whatever third party that they're using for themselves. Like they're going to use that third party on them. They're going to be like, hey, you got to like whatever you're doing our shit, you got to also have this going. I would assume that would probably be something like that. Because like, I want to know what's the third party company too. Like, there's no company out here that I've ever heard of that does, like, I guess, testing of that sort. So did a company like come out of this? Like, is this a new market that's about to sprout up?
There probably existed something like that. Probably like because for government information they need to do that too, right? Like, so like I'm sure there's some private company that handles like data security.
Yeah, it might not have been like specifically focused in AI. But like, because I'm just like, did they have to like, did a whole new company have to be like, okay, we have to make sure we know what we're checking for? Because I would assume like if it's a company that's dealing with different types of data, I mean, all data is probably the same in the sense of like, is it being stored or isn't it? But like in the sense of knowing what should be and what shouldn't be and like how it's going in and out, like I'm like, how do you even like begin to start that process? But that's probably that's boring shit.
No, but even OpenAI itself should have some kind of methodology too with because they're getting like attacks and spies from like different countries and shit, right? Like they're really under the pressure of other countries trying to get their information.
Think about
so
a
like
whole
I'm
country
sure they
trying
have
to
some kind of
pour money
high
into
data security too. So they're probably working with some companies doing that as well.
Facts.
Yeah, but I guess Parse, what you were a little underwhelmed. What didn't you see?
Most too. So
what didn't you see that you would have wanted to see?
Yeah, no, I mean, so the main thing I wanted to see was Apple not needing OpenAI. That would have been cool, right?
Yeah, facts.
So like basically this was foreshadowed in a paper that Apple published a while ago. Basically, what they created was like a 3 billion size model. 3 billion parameter size model, which is like way under GPT-4, right? So GPT-4 is like, they're estimating like 1 trillion parameters, something like that, right? So Apple created just a 3 billion parameter model, which has close to the performance. But basically what they were showing was that in specifically Apple-oriented tasks, this model way outperformed. Like it got 99% of the tasks, right? Right? And Apple-specific stuff, which is basically using your phone, right? So this LLM figured out how to use your phone like 99% of the time. But basically on other stuff, right, just general information and shit, this model was absolutely horrendous, right, compared to GPT-4. So that's basically what's happening here is like they foreshadowed that, okay, their model on controlling apps and stuff will be great, but they'll need GPT-4 to, if you need to ask questions, write paragraphs of shit, stuff like that. So maybe that's why I was underwhelmed by it. Is like they literally gave it away. They're like, yo, this is how our model is performing, right?
It's
so
just
it was going to be obvious.
Apple specific.
Yeah.
I feel that. Oh, I'm interested.
I agree with you. Like when we found out, when they announced their partnership with OpenAI or whatever a couple weeks ago when we talked about it, I was like, no, I didn't want that.
Yeah. I feel like I want the nerfed version more so than the full open AI. But like I also, this is like new technology in the sense of I don't even know exactly what I want to use it for yet.
Yeah.
And I think like I don't know, maybe that's most of their market.
Yeah.
I don't, but maybe it's not. Then again, I don't know who they're actually like trying to target as their specific Apple intelligence user.
Yeah.
Like who's the perfect person in their ecosystem for this?
Yeah, and I'm also sure, Parse, like the fact that they have so many less parameters for everything is why parts of it can run natively on the phone.
Yeah. That's
Like,
why it's so
exactly. Like they
on-device.
want to run it locally. They'll probably have it running locally on
Yeah.
like the iPhone 16. Like
Yeah.
it'll have it on
Yeah.
board probably. Like
100%.
that'll be.
Well, they said it'll
that'll
run
be
locally
really
on the
cool.
15.
Yeah.
It can run on it can run on the 15 and newer, but
Yeah.
it can't run on anything lower.
So
But I think
my
that'll be
14's
through
out.
software. No, I think they'll have to like.
No,
No,
it's-
it'll work
Are
on the
they gonna-
neural engine that's in the
Yeah.
phone.
Oh, really?
It's
It'll
that-
run on the neural
it's
engine?
that
Oh, okay.
A chip and then anything M.
I think the entire
Okay,
thing was
yeah.
probably built upon that chip, and they've probably been sitting
Yeah.
on it for a while. So it's like it'll work on a 15,
Oh,
but like
that's
the
a
16,
good point. They probably
the 16
made
will be
it
the
work
phone
on the
for it,
15.
Well,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
and I don't know what the exact limitation is on the 14, but like their image signal processor has been a neural engine for forever and stuff like that. And I think we've mentioned that before, but they've been using
They've been using
stuff
AI
for machine learning in iPhones for a long time.
Dude,
That's
they,
why some
yeah,
people
no, they
series
had their
suck and some
separate
people's are
chip for a
good.
while,
Like,
man.
it's all
Exactly.
learning.
Like,
So-
dude, Apple is so good with this stuff, man. That's why, dude. That's why I was
That's
like,
why your
why
phone
didn't
knows
they
what your
just have
face
their
looks
own
like,
model
and it's
doing
been
everything?
changing.
Well,
That's literally why I
Like
was.
you take your glasses off, put a hat on, your phone knows what your face looks like. That is because it's currently learning, and it's all happening on that neural engine on the phone.
and then I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's a show called Computex going on in Taiwan.
No
It's-
way I would have known about that.
Well, it's like for Windows laptops, it's when all new hardware comes out. So like new SSDs, new motherboards, new technologies, new screen technologies, like all that kind of stuff. So it's a really cool show. And at the show, Qualcomm brought a bunch of like full power ARM chips inside of Windows laptops, and there is now Windows on ARM again.
Okay.
But it's running like DaVinci, it's running games, full anything that runs on Windows, they add on display here.
Okay.
They get like 18 hours of battery life. They're competing with Apple.
I was about to say that's better than Apple. I'm pretty sure
'Cause-
battery life.
I think it's
Yeah, that's
competing
crazy.
with the
No,
newest
I-
M chips.
I think that's better.
Yeah,
I think
is.
that's actually better.
Apple's
18
had really good battery life.
They do, but like good battery life
18
on
is
battery
crazy.
life on a laptop is like 16 hours.
Yeah.
18 is like
Yeah.
y'all hit it. Like that's a great computer.
They saw what Apple did with ARM because Qualcomm makes all the Android chips basically. Like they're all Snapdragons.
If there's anyone who could
there's
compete
no
with
point
Apple's
in
chip,
getting
it's them.
another chip.
Yeah.
It's Qualcomm. So they were like, well, why aren't we making ARM chips for everything? So now they have these processors, and it's also insane. Apparently, there's a new Surface that has it in it from Microsoft, and the new XPS you can get it.
Yeah,
with
that
them
was
in
the
it.
new one with the AI button.
Yes.
That was the new
Oh, the
Surface, right?
co-pilot button on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Partly with that, yes. Hardware cool, still not a fan of all that.
Yeah.
But that XPS and that Surface, apparently the webcams are like, it's just perfect. Because they have the image signal processors from Android phones, and they're using camera modules from Android phones because the processor has native support for it. So why still using webcams from laptops? Use a phone camera and a phone
Yeah.
image signal
We're 2
processor.
seconds away from having complete
Dude,
dysmorphia
that's
of
nice,
self.
man. That
Like,
means
we're
laptop
never gonna
cameras
look
will
at
get a
us.
lot better now.
For real.
So
Yeah,
I'm just waiting
that
for
means
somebody to make
laptop
some
cameras
mirror
will
that has a
finally get
filter
better.
built in.
yeah, so I actually think like this is probably what Apple does on the MacBooks. It's probably the same camera modules that are in the phone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Apple's
for
really big
Yeah.
on recycling.
Yeah.
That's why they can
Yeah.
make this green pledge because they just
Yeah.
grab your shit and put it in other stuff.
Yeah.
Like I would not at all be surprised if they were like, we've been just taking cameras out of 6S's and above to put in your laptops for years. Like
Yeah, the
So-
front-facing camera. Just
yeah,
right there.
like literally
Yeah.
because they were 720 for way too long. That's
Yeah,
why where it was
yeah.
like, why do y'all have this many?
Well, and
720
it's
cameras?
hard to get
They
a
just
higher than
upgraded.
1081 on like anything.
It's also a very flat surface to put a camera as
It is.
well. Like the
They're
phones get a
struggling.
little bit more grace with the size.
They do, but like front-facing cameras on phones are still better than most webcams.
Yeah.
and those are just in the screen.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I think that's what they're actually getting them from. I don't know if it's the back ones. Because the back ones are, like, some of them are, like, you know.
Oh, yeah, no,
The back ones are
we put
they're
real
not-
sensors
yeah,
in those motherfuckers 4 years ago, and we're never going back.
The back ones are, like, almost APS-C.
Yeah, no, you have the
Yeah.
Pro. Like,
Yeah.
the sensor in that is actually insane.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's where
huge.
it's like, that's just a camera sensor. Like, that's actually like a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Which I think is awesome that they did, but
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need that on a laptop. But if you can make all the webcams great, that would be awesome. But yeah, I'm excited. That's a really cool leg of ARM hardware too. And it'll be interesting to see where that goes with it, because they'll have all the signal processors and neural engines that Android has also been using. So they're kind of in a great position to compete with the M chips.
This is going to be an interesting time. I feel like there's like so many new product lines and potentials.
Yeah.
I want to, but I also like, I mean, like economically, we're also in a terrible time for like new tech to be dropping this frequently. So I'm interested to see like what takes off, and will it be like price point determinations that kind of boost people up in the market, or will it be the software that's winning out where people will pay for it no matter the price, or like, because it's there's so many options right now. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good time for computers, technology, software, because there's so many options.
Yeah.
So it's just like I want to see where we end up with all this. Like, man, because it's like phone like manufacturers creating computers is crazy, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, this is crazy. Or is it just like, are we ever gonna get to like a one device world? Like, do you all ever see yourselves being like a one device people? Like, because I mean, like technically all these chips are the same now. Like all of the same processes could take place on all of the same devices.
Unless they make something where like you just stretch it out.
It's gonna be Vision.
Or like
if they do it, it's gonna be Vision.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right? Like,
but see, if
that's the
it's
only way they can
Vision,
make it
I
one
would.
device.
I still feel like I kind of want a phone. Like if it's Vision, I could see myself getting rid of a computer, TV, like other devices, but I can't see myself getting rid of a phone if it's just a visual thing. Like if it's just on my eyes.
That way you don't need it. You don't need a phone, right? Like it'll have a phone.
If I had to pick between having only the Vision operating system on my face or a cell phone, I'm picking the cell phone every time. Like I'm not.
Even though it's in your glasses.
I am.
Even though it's
I'm
in
not
your glasses,
picking this being my
You're
only
wearing
form of
glasses right now.
communication. Like I'm not picking my glasses being my only form of communication at all times.
Yeah.
Like that's my problem with it. Where it's like I'd even pick a laptop over glasses. Like I would walk around with a laptop all day over just having facial tech to wear.
Dude, I never
Because
take off my glasses.
there's far less privacy with it. Like there's pitfalls there.
Yeah.
If anything, it's like give me a phone that I could just like put into different shit. Where it's like I get home with my iPhone and I plug it into your proprietary Apple $1,000 dock that makes it a fucking computer.
Yeah.
Like, or it's like if I want to make it a tablet, maybe there's some fucking accessory to plug it into with that. Or like maybe the whole thing is just this, and I just like there's like a small thing you put inside of all these devices. Like I don't know. It's like. At this point, everything is running off the same shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at computers and they got the same chips as my iPad. I'm looking at phones and it's like this is essentially, they just don't want to say M, but it's essentially an M chip in the iPhones now.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they just don't want to say
the
it.
chips were built off the iPhone chips.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're just giant iPhone chips.
So it's just like, I don't even know why they just don't go, yeah, we just put an M4 in the iPhone, here you go, and we didn't shut up. But they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They want to keep putting a, comma, something with a letter.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think, and that's also just because the iPhone chips have always been A chips. They also don't want, I think, to have the same processor in every product. I think
but they almost already do. The only device that does not have an M1 in it is the phone.
In reality, that's what it is. But they don't want to say that. It creates a reason to not buy other products.
I think they're just like, I think they're afraid of one device world where it's like you really just buy like an iPad mini with cellular.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And what the fuck else do you need?
Absolutely.
Dude, but Josh, what would make you give up your phone then? Are you ever gonna get? You always want some sort of form of.
I honestly think what I just said, iPad mini with cellular. If I could really get rid of a phone on that.
Yeah.
Like the things that make me not get rid of the phone, cellular data and occasional like different apps, such as like I'd say like if I'm doing Uber or DoorDash, like things where it's like I could probably put that on an iPad, but like, do you really want to like walk around with an iPad like during those things? Like, but honestly, an iPad mini with cellular, like I could get rid of my iPad, I could get rid of my laptop, I could get rid of my phone. Like because there's an M chip in it. So it's like the only thing it's missing is the ability to privately take a call without AirPods.
Yeah.
But I got AirPods. So like I don't know. And like that's just because it's better. I don't know. That works out. I could literally plug this into a monitor and just pull up DaVinci.
Yeah.
Like
which you should be able to do. Like,
It's
to
like,
be fair,
I
our
use
phones are
LumaFusion
more
on my
powerful
phone.
than like laptops of 2010.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
My phone is more
easily.
powerful than my
100%.
first YouTube videos were cut on. My first YouTube
Yeah.
videos were cut on potatoes in comparison to my phone. I use
Legit.
LumaFusion all the time on the go. It's the exact same app that I cut all of my YouTube videos and all of my Instagram content for the last 3 years before I started DaVinci.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, why is it all not one place? Like, the Android doing the Dex thing was so cool because I was like, damn, if Apple did this, they would have did it right and it would have been dope enough to really be a laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't want to do that because that'll kill a product market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. We live in a time.
Yeah.
Would any of y'all ever, if y'all went to one device, what device would it be?
Like one singular
If you had one device, what device would
Probably
you?
laptop.
You do a laptop?
Yeah.
I think
I
I'd
think
have to be a laptop too.
Yeah.
Okay. What you thinking, Pars?
And I'd just
Yeah,
be
no,
like,
dude.
I have no phone.
Pars, you have
I
a
can't
Vision.
live
Would you
without
pick the
voting,
Vision?
dude.
Would you pick the Vision as a Vision owner?
No, like
Ooh.
okay, well, yeah, no.
Ooh.
If it was actually in a form factor of glasses, I could do it.
Okay,
yeah,
this
fuck yeah,
smaller
like,
form factor. I
easily
feel.
Smaller.
Dude,
Okay.
it's so, dude, that's so easy, man. Like,
Yeah.
Vision is epic, dude.
That would,
He's
that
preaching
would,
the gospel. He's like,
that'd be
bro.
horrible though.
I don't know if, as he said, if the technology was smaller, I don't know if it's horrible. But like
Oh,
my
no, I
thing would
meant
just
one
be all
device.
day. Oh, one device? Yeah,
Yeah,
no. That's
yeah.
the point is it's kind of trash.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
that's why.
God, it's a horrible decision.
It
If I
is.
pick my phone,
is.
I have my phone, but I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you lose an ecosystem because you're in Windows and Apple, so
Yeah.
you lose an entire section. If we pick one device, we are still like same text
it's
messages,
still-
same
right,
emails.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
in
even
the
have to
same
tell
spot.
anybody. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. No one would notice. Like, yeah.
everybody would be like, "Oh, I thought you still had all your 10 devices." Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, I would have to give up the watch too. That's the part that actually sucks about all of this.
Facts.
I'm being 1,000 because the watch is.
No, dude,
the
but
watch
think-
is so nice.
Dude,
If
think
the
about,
watch could do
dude,
more.
Vision could add a fake watch to your hand, dude.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Can it?
I
Wait,
saw
is
this
that
at
a
the keynote.
feature?
I saw this at the keynote. You can turn your wrist and it'll tell you the time on the
So
screen.
all the times when I go,
Type shit.
it'll be there.
Type shit. But like it's more just like a.
Legit.
I
It's
do
like-
this in real life for
It's
emotion.
dumb. You do, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because like I do it and I actually have a watch on my
actually
wrist.
have a
You know,
No,
like-
but if you notice when I do it, it's like awkward silence. I'm like, it's just like when you would do it, but I don't have a watch on.
No,
so-
it's.
I
dude,
don't think
it's-
I think
it's
I've
whenever
only
you
seen
would
you
have a
watch like
long
3
sleeve
times
shirt
in my life.
and your watch gets under the long sleeve and you need to like fucking
Yeah.
To punch
you know,
the
do
air
the
real
punch
quick.
out,
Yeah,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
You be outside and you be trying not to look stupid.
Yeah.
That's why I normally just do the little like push back. I'll be
Yeah,
like,
just
let
like
me just go
tug
ahead,
of the
let's go
sleeve.
ahead and push
Yeah.
that back,
Yeah.
like, because you can't look stupid out here. Man,
Dude,
this
that's
But
is-
yeah,
wild.
this
I
is-
don't generally like things on my wrists.
I love shit on my wrist. Like I love
It's-
like wrist jewelry is my favorite thing.
We'll see. It's always like when I go to write things and it's on this bone. It's I
How
just
often
can't.
do you write?
I don't
That's
know,
a great
man.
point too. That's a
Like-
great point.
These days, a lot less than last
Yeah,
time.
I
I
like
wore
it.
things on
I was
my
gonna say,
wrist.
that's a
dude,
great
I
point.
never write. I
The
don't
only
even
thing
know. I
that gets
forgot how to
me
write.
is like when I'm like biking and I have a metal band on
Oh.
and my wrist goes back, like I feel this shit cutting my wrist. Or if I
Yeah,
play
okay.
golf with this on, oh my god, it
Yeah.
sucks. It's so bad. It's like I get to like right here in my swing and like my hand is
You can
turning
feel
and I'm
it.
like, I can feel the metal in my wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
you get like constrained.
Yeah. So I normally just try to put like a sport band on. But I mean like the Apple Watch is the shit. Like
Yeah.
this. Like,
that's why
like
I
I
only
feel
got
like
this
I don't
on.
like
I
I don't know
only got
like
this
you
on.
might want to revisit wrist jewelry. Like this
Yeah.
is the most popular watch on the planet for a reason. Like
Yo.
It's just
it's so
there's a giant thing on your wrist there, man.
Yeah, dude,
That's-
I
that's what a
stopped
watch
using my
is.
Apple Watch, man.
Really?
I didn't buy
I've
it.
been
get it.
thinking about getting like
an actual watch.
but
Yeah.
I did it there.
We all
Yeah, I
fucking
gave-
saw
I gave mine
Lonnie.
to my dad.
We did not miss that.
At all.
Well, that one was it was fairly emphasized, but
Did you see?
Did you see?
yeah, no, I've been thinking about getting an actual watch, but like that just looks huge to me.
He's got a fucking
yeah.
pro on. What are you
Don't-
talking about?
They
I just
both
took the
look
cover
huge.
off. This
It's
is so
not
tiny.
like it's not like
Put the watch on.
Like it doesn't like feel big.
as it backwards probably.
Probably backwards. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. You don't know how to do the watch class. We got it. No. Wrong way. Up. There you go.
No,
There you go.
it's
There you go.
just
It's also
tight.
probably tight. I have
It's
smaller wrists than
tight,
you.
yeah.
That looks so tiny on your wrist. What are you even talking about?
Try this.
It feels kind of huge.
That looks so tiny on your wrist. Bobby went from no wrist Jordan this episode to double Apple Watch stuff. That band is more complicated. I hate those bands.
It's like that fucking Migos video where
like
those slide all over my wrist.
This one, this feels like it will leave a mark if I make it secure enough. I like these bands more. This one is a little tight.
Yeah, you'd have to add a link, but I mean, like that came with links. Like it's a real watch band.
Yeah,
like I had to take links out of it. Like,
I mean, I don't know, dude.
See, that watch face on your wrist looks like that looks a little bit bigger, but the other one is pretty tiny. Like it's like literally, it's the surface of your arm.
The right one looks the right size.
I'm getting buzzed.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one does look the correct size.
This one,
this
looks small.
Yeah, it does. Like, I was gonna say, look at yourself in the camera.
Yeah, look at the camera. Look at the
my
camera.
watch looks tiny as shit on your wrist.
I do kind of
like you're wearing like a little kid's
watch. That is kind of like wild flex. My man's is wearing 2 bands of Apple Watches.
But like, I don't know. Like, sure, they're like the right size.
Right there, dude.
I don't know.
Like an athlete.
I kind of like. I don't know if I want a screen on my wrist.
Okay, that part I get. I get the screen. Now that, like, I know people who just don't enjoy having tech
I would
on
like
their
having
wrist.
the watch, I guess. Like I've been looking at watches. I just kind of want like expensive watches.
Man.
Yeah.
Like it's the watch faces that get me on these, man.
You launched that. I was not gonna throw it back.
Super cheap Casio, dude.
I was like,
oh, you talking about the old school Casio? Like the Digiface joint? Yeah, those are nice. Like, but see, those are somewhere it's like I want to put those with something. See, like purse, I gotta wear something
like
nice for
those,
that.
yeah.
I can't put that with sweatpants.
No,
I can't put that with
get
sweats.
one to put with sweatpants.
I can't put the diver's watch on with the sweatpants. I feel like a bum then. I feel like I'm trying to flex something. You know?
Like, I mean,
This has to be fresh.
I was about to say,
but
this
when you're
outfit I'm
fresh,
wearing works with
that hits though.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
That watch, like I know whoever put that watch on has good cologne on. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a good smell going if you got that watch on type shit. Yeah, I don't think I own any real watches. This is the only watch I own now.
But I'd be more likely to have like something.
I got 2 pocket
with
watches
an actual face.
If I'm not wearing my Apple Watch with a suit, I'll throw a pocket watch on that bitch. I really watch. I got a real one.
I think you've seen it.
I constantly forget to wind it.
I think you've seen my big pocket watch.
Yeah, you do.
It's like hilariously big.
It's a gag gift large.
Yes. But it wasn't a gag gift. It's like actually, I don't know. It was supposed to be like a fancy mantle clock or bookshelf clock. I don't know. It's on my windowsill. Yeah. I like it. No, but there are like
pocket
these
watches, and I'm like, that shit too dope. It's too cold to check the time out your pocket. Like that's cold. Like no phone, and you just because when you open up that screen, people just look over you. Like you click the button, and that motherfucker. I want a digital pocket watch. What the fuck? Apple?
That'd be sick.
I want a pocket Apple watch. Boy, that bitch would be cold as hell.
That'd be so sick.
A digital pocket watch?
Oh, that would be
I'm pretty
filthy.
sure they got those.
That would be filthy.
You can wear that with sweatpants.
Yeah, you can wear that with sweatpants. But I think it's the black color scheme. Yeah. It's
it's absolutely how you get them.
On that, the second you put some silver on it, I kind of just feel like you got to look nice.
I also don't like silver watches.
Why?
I don't know. Probably that reason. I won't do gold or silver.
Oh, why not? Okay, I like gold. I mean,
so you're gonna do like a black?
Black or white.
I've
seen places do
like ceramic watches. Ceramic watches are cold as
so
hell.
The white.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they ever see this at all. Parts.
If they drop the ceramic Apple Watch again,
it's a white.
I'm first in line. Boy.
Ceramic.
That ceramic Apple Watch was the most beautiful thing I ever saw.
I love those ones too, but it's like, I don't know. Do I want it on my wrist?
I feel like you should go to a thrift store and get like a $2 like nice looking throwback watch, put it on for a week, and just see if you like wrist items.
Yeah. See if I can handle it.
If I can handle it, it's crazy.
Sometimes like
see if I can live.
Sometimes like with the metal band, it might irritate your wrist initially. Because especially if you haven't worn it in a while. But after that, your hand gets used to it, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, that's fair. See, I feel like this is another one I've...
Let me get my money up. Y'all gonna know it's different. I'm coming in with gold.
I think I've showed
everything.
you guys this before, but that's the blue one.
There's an ad.
Yeah, there's an ad.
I want to eventually get a Rolly, man. But
you want a roll? I don't know, man. I'm not gonna cap. I want me a
20K.
That's clean.
That's a clean watch.
Yeah, that's
a beautiful watch, actually.
That's very clean.
You could wear that with a lot.
Yeah.
I want specific. This only specific watch I want is Pharrell's watch that was made by was it her? Richard Mille. I'm pretty sure it's a Richard Mille. I'm pretty sure.
Are they on my
But
shirt here?
They might be. I mean, they sponsor shit like that.
Yep, there it is. They're on
but
my shirt.
like
they were.
They did a custom joint for Pharrell, or I don't know if it was.
They do custom ones for all the athletes they work with.
It was a one for the movie Hidden Figures.
Yeah.
Like so, it was like a NASA themed, space themed watch. It's the most beautiful fucking watch I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude.
He's wearing this thing, and I'm just like, oh my god, I've never thought about crime so much. Like, dude, if you was in front of me, I would try to swipe it. I can't even lie. I would do it. You caught me.
So tempted. I am so tempted by them. The exit on the highway I get off at.
Oh, yeah.
Has a Richard Mille
I hate that billboard.
Oh, man.
And I drive past it, and like every 2 weeks, oh god, like every 2 weeks, there's either a new McLaren or a Ferrari watch.
There's always a new one up there.
Always a
and
new one.
I just want to buy one.
Yeah,
they're always
I might get a whole replica, bro.
Dude, there's
Dude,
Yeah.
Like
Go on,
buy a
Temu.
whole replica. Nah, Timu wouldn't do it well enough.
Go on, Temu.
I want like a replica that's like still like $300, $400. It's not gonna cost $40K.
Okay.
But you know, like I'll pay something where it's like the materials are not gonna,
You're
like
not
fall
looking
apart.
for the $1.25 replica.
No. We're looking for mid tier. You know, if it was a Jordan, you wouldn't know from afar. Like my dunk man wouldn't be backwards type shit. You know,
Dude,
like
did I ever tell you about the first time I found Wish.com?
no, but I really want to know now.
Oh my god, I was like, do you know what Wish.com is, Parse?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone does.
So the first time I found it,
You were like,
This
yo, I'm
back,
about
like,
to ball out.
late high school, early college.
He said, I got
I was like,
$17 in a dream.
I was
boy."
like, let's buy everything. It's all $1.
Send it.
So I think I spent like $15. And then I was like,
And I've done the same
6
thing. man.
months later,
And you
I was
waited
like, nothing's
7
here.
years.
Yeah.
7 years later.
If only shipping.
Yeah.
Shipping, that was the problem.
I ended up, I think I missed a couple of things because I ended up moving out of the apartment before they got there.
That's crazy.
It's
like,
So
somebody
I don't know
just
if
got
those ever
these.
arrived. I mean, I wasn't too mad. I don't think any of it really worked. I bought some headphones at one point. They were the cheapest. Like,
There's
headphones.
no way those were good.
no way.
I still
I got
have
some
like 2
fake
AirPod
AirPod
cases.
clones on that shit, dude.
Oh, not
I got fake
clones.
AirPod clones.
Those
I got
clone
AirPod
AirPods
cases.
I had from Wish,
Yeah, those were good.
those lasted a while.
They did.
They flashed like police lights.
They
But
did.
They were.
Yeah. They're
They had, like,
blue
blue
and
lights.
red,
red
right?
and blue,
Yeah.
and they were
They
paired.
looked exactly like
Yeah.
AirPods, except for that one thing.
Except for when they flashed.
Yeah.
I don't want
No,
any of your
exactly, dude.
fucking
That's exactly what I
cookies,
got,
G.
too.
They were also significantly lighter than AirPods.
This is the watch that I'm talking about.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that watch.
Yeah,
That-
Parse, you
yeah.
definitely can. I'm
That watch
screenshot it
is
and
awesome.
send it to you. This watch
Yeah,
is
I
fucking
should have done
beautiful.
that. That's a great
Sick.
plan. I was holding it up for like a minute. I should have just screenshot it.
This
and
is just
sent it.
screenshot.
What is it called? Yeah, no, the watch. I want to get, dude. My brother-in-law actually has it. It's like the Omega, like the moon watch.
Oh,
the same
GM?
watch they wore on the moon.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
that shit's
didn't
crazy,
know
dude.
that one.
Yeah, those are sick.
I
Oh,
want to snag that.
shit.
That goes for like $5,000 though.
Yeah.
So it's
Get
crazy.
I mean,
bigger
I was
photo.
showing them like $8,000 watches. So
It's this
Yeah.
one, top corner.
right, left.
I think right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, left. The other one is the newer version.
Oh.
That thing's sick.
That is sick.
I want
Oh,
one.
this is, dude. What would you wear that with, Josh? This orange.
I'm
one?
only popping out in the freshest of
Traffic cone.
fresh. What you mean, bro?
Yeah,
I'm coming out
that's-
stupid.
Traffic cone.
Coming out
That's a
beautiful.
fit
Coming out beautiful.
watch.
What do you mean? Like
That's a
not
fit
leaving a
watch.
crumb. What do you mean, my nigga? Like there's a stylist with that watch.
The Omega
That
Speedmaster.
I'm not picking out the outfit for that. What?
It's a sick watch.
Bro, if I get the watch that I sent you, Parse, the one,
Oh.
man,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
Dude,
bro,
there's a
coming out
matte
stupid.
black version of the Moon Watch.
Dude, I'm about
And
to
it's
say, I'm
like
like,
an
dude,
extra
wearing like a
6K.
watch
It
like
is, but that orange one, bro. When I saw that motherfucker, I was just like, "This is the
that.
most beautiful watch."
How much is this one?
I
much
don't
is
even
this
know. I don't. There's probably, if there is more than one of them, there's less than 10 of them. So I have
Like
zero.
you gotta
clue.
buy it from someone, basically.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
but I mean, or steal it. But like,
Yeah. Facts.
on here, Google pulled it up at a tidy $1 million.
Damn.
From this watch company called WatchX NYC. And then the Ferrari watch, which is another rare one that you'll see for Pharrell in, is also another $1 million watch. That watch is fucking beautiful and so basic. Oh my god. Yeah. But you see, I'm too broke. This is why Apple Watch is the shit. This is why Apple Watch is the shit.
Because you can have the face.
Because I can get a watch that I'm happy with, because any other watch that I'd be happy with apparently costs $1 million.
Oh yeah.
I would rather pull multiple families in Chicago out of poverty than buy that watch with money.
This has been my main problem.
That's crazy. If I had enough money to buy that watch, I don't think I could, in good conscience, buy it. Like, I would feel so bad. Like, imagine buying that watch and then passing a homeless man. You're an asshole. That's just what it is. Like, if you don't give him $1, like, you're a dick.
What if you don't have $1?
You're a dick. Like, you go to a Chase. Like, you're an asshole. You just bought $1 million watch. You got time.
Yeah, like, see, I want these. I want an Audemars Piguet.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I was about to say, those are not cheap either.
I was going to say, this is pretty similar to the one you showed me.
Get a little bust down AP.
This is the McLaren one. That's a $400,000 watch.
That's crazy, man. Everything we talked about here is so much more than what any of us could make in a year.
Yeah, I know, dude. I don't have that money.
Legit.
You know, if I save every dollar I make until I'm about 72, I might have enough for, the down payment on that watch.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
baby,
dude, and that's
had a buzz down.
Yeah.
Okay, going on a date with
make that kind of cash, man.
We can get the fuck about it. How long are we talking?
Transitioning.
It says an hour on there, here. But we're.
Dude, there was this AI that dropped today, and dude, you could legit use it right now. I'm literally.
Oh yeah, you were talking about this right before we went on.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long is the queue? How good is it?
This company called Luma AI, they came out with a text to video, and I think it generates like a few seconds of video. Mm-hmm. And dude, it's like legit good. It's not as good as like Sora, which OpenAI's, but it's like 90% there. It's like 90% there. Which I'm like, damn, this is very good. And you can legit use it right now. They're the first ones to drop that you can use someone like.
I'm assuming they don't have anything where you could continually like use the same model of what you've done. Like, so let's say you like start something, you can continue that video. I'm assuming they don't have that yet. I'm assuming that'll probably be paywalled later.
So they haven't published that piece.
Okay.
But I'm assuming they'll will. Like, that'll be premium or
Got
something.
it. I was going to say, that's when the shit, I feel, that's when I'm going to pop in on the, like, let me start testing. When Adobe got their generative fill right is when I hopped in on that. I'm going to wait till they get the more seconds.
Because I think what I saw was, like, a legit, like, trailer that they dropped. So they, like, made a bunch of consecutive clips with the same character.
Okay.
And then they, like, pieced it all together, right? Like, as a movie kind of thing.
Well, I wonder if they did a little bit of
monster dude
magic,
and it was
with
like
that.
the same little monster dude all the way through, right? So like, I'm sure they could do something like that.
Or I wonder if it's like you can like I feel like it in my brain it's simple, but it's probably not because like I don't fucking know how to code AI shit. But it's like you could ask it to create a character first, and then you like take that character and then you have it add that character to different settings, and then you make that setting. Like, I feel like that process should be able to be done with the technology that is already available. But like, once again, I don't code that shit. I don't get it. But it's like, why can't there be like a stepped process to that where it's just like if you can create 15 seconds video, create me a character, and then create 15 seconds video with that character. And then I can use the same character. Like, that just makes logical sense to me. But
I think OpenAI is going to do something like that. But I have no idea if other companies will be on that same path.
I was going to say, doing it that way too, it would like perfectly know where the masking is for the two objects. So you could not even necessarily recreate either of the objects and just mask them together.
And you could also independently control them. And I'm just like, that, I don't know, maybe that's just something where it's like it's not as linear as like I think it should be. Like, where it's like that would take way more than what you're thinking.
I think the harder part would be like accurately trying to describe exactly what you want or close enough to what you want.
The biggest problem is the positioning. And so basically OpenAI, from my guess on, they'll do the same thing with video, is like right now what they do with DALL-E 3 when it generates images, you can like circle parts of the image and tell it to regenerate that portion, right? So I think that's what's going to happen with video is like, let's say something's positioned wrong, you can be like, yo, regenerate this with it to the right or something like that, right? So then you're probably going to be able to directly manipulate the position of stuff. So I'm pretty sure they'll have that when they drop theirs, but I don't know what the other companies will do.
Hell yeah. I'm excited for that. I really want it to get good because, like, as you were saying, like, the prompting is probably going to be hard as shit. Like, that's probably the most difficult part of all of this.
Like, tried out the like picture generation stuff, and it's
it takes
just hard to get
time.
it what you want it to get.
I feel
and
like
it
I put in
doesn't
hours to
necessarily
get it.
understand like when you're like do this thing, and then you're like that wasn't this thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like trial and error where you type something in and you go, okay, well, you got that right. So this is the wording I should use for that thing. Okay, cool. I've got that wording. Now let me like go back and redo the whole thing again. And it's like in video, I feel like that's far more annoying than like I've spent hours on photo doing. Like on photo, I've done it for hours. I feel like I'm good at different prompts because like there's certain ones where you got to speak differently or like use different language. Like Adobe's not the same as like a free online website when it comes to description. But it's like if you're on the free online one and you figure out how to like dial in on there, you're gonna be better with the Adobe one. So maybe it'll be the same with like this Luma one where it's like once Sora's good and dropped, like we'll have a better context of the language to use for these things. It's gonna be super hard. Like I can't imagine how many hours the people who are before you in the queue are currently spending figuring out the prompting of this, because that's all that's happening right now. Everyone who's on it right now is just like, make me this with this, and then it's like, okay, that didn't work. Okay, cool, make me this with this.
100%.
So how long does it take too? Is there? Did anybody say that? Does anybody mention that?
Yeah, so dude, it says it normally takes 120 seconds to generate, which is crazy fast. That's hella fun.
What?
And then but they're just saying because of the demand, it's queued up right now. But otherwise, it would take 120 seconds. Like
2 minutes is not bad at all.
No, it's not.
I thought I was expecting to hear like it probably takes like 15, 20 minutes per.
Yeah.
At least a minute.
I mean, granted, this is like
at least a minute.
Granted, this might be like a 10-second video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like,
but I mean, I'm still going.
120 seconds for that is freaking awesome. Still. Yeah.
And I mean, like right now, it's definitely just learning too. Like, I mean, everybody who's putting shit into it right now, you are giving it the data that's going to make it good. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Man, that's insane. All the AI shit's still taking over.
Yeah.
As usual.
Yeah, dude. The fact that it's getting in our hands now, I'm finally excited, dude. Like, I've been waiting for us to actually be able to use some shit, right? Like, this is the first one where I'm like, let's see how good it is. You know, I put in my first prompt was monkeys floating on bubbles in a palm tree forest. So let's see how that looks.
Yes.
Parse, I would love to know what you think.
I want to see.
Like, I would love to know what the fuck goes on in your head. I need to see what it
responds with. I just want to know.
Yeah, please send it to the chat.
Yeah, I'll send it. I'll send it once it generates.
But when I tell you that, like, I have never been more fascinated with your brain than hearing that fucking prompt.
I feel like that's a prompt I would give it.
That's, you know what, Bobby? I expect that from you.
That's a great prompt.
Wild.
Top notch.
My man said monkey on bubbles.
No, that's 100 IQ prompt.
Not one of those things goes together. Like each one is further from the last. That's fucking
dude,
crazy.
I didn't say regular forest because I'm like, oh, monkeys live in those regular forests. I wanted a palm tree forest.
You said I gotta give it a challenge.
Specifically a tree that does not usually make forests of itself.
Specifically a tree a monkey cannot hang from.
Facts.
Well, I mean, if you got up there.
Have you seen a palm leaf? Like it'll probably slide off of that motherfucker. I don't know if it can hold the weight of a monkey.
It depends on how big the monkey is.
Wow, we have diverted.
There are some smaller but we gotta see what it comes up with.
We have splintered.
It does depend on the size of the monkey.
Well, if it's a capuchin monkey, it'll probably hold. Like this is fucking crazy. You know, now, as you were saying, Parsh, you know, I am excited for this technology to get in our hands.
It doesn't matter though, because the monkeys are floating on bubbles.
I'm very aware, which is why I said each one of these things is further away from the last. Like, not only do you want bubbles, you want monkeys on them. Not only do you want monkeys, you want palm trees by these monkeys. So
I'm gonna laugh if it's just like monkeys standing on the ground in a palm tree forest, and there are just like suds on the ground.
What I want is like how these YouTubers have been making like fake AI apps and services where it's actually just them on the other end drawing them by hand. I want somebody at home to just like put CG bubbles on the screen, have like a scene from Rise of the Planet of the Apes playing, and I want just crude palm trees in the back that are just PNGs that are not good cut, like all terribly cut. Like that's the video that I want to see back from this. But I'm assuming it's real software because Parse is talking about it. I mean, But I would want that. Like that's what I'd love that video.
Crazy.
Just
that'd be like that
through.
Amazon thing. Did you guys hear about that thing with Amazon Go?
No.
Did you hear about that? basically, you know how they said they were running Amazon Go with AI, right?
Yeah.
Like you can just pick up whatever
but they
you
were
wanted,
already
put
they
it in
were
your
doing,
cart,
they were
and
doing
put
that with
it on, right?
Amazon Flex when I
Yeah.
was delivering packages.
That wasn't
I never
like-
interacted
Yeah.
with a human.
That wasn't like AI though. It's like image recognition, and it is in
yeah,
a way.
it's like a
The
scan,
scheduling
just
and the
like a
package
lot.
sorting all was not happening by people.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was one of those things where I was like, "Damn, y'all been here." Like,
Dang.
so for
No,
them to
but
do it
so
with
there
Go
was
makes
deeper
sense.
controversy there, right? So basically, what happened, dude? They weren't using AI. It was just people in India, literally one by one. You pick up an item and put in your cart. They were
They
tracking.
mark it as a.
Oh God.
Oh my
That's
fucking
wild.
That's
god!
wild.
That is. Oh my god.
So that was like the
That-
wildest info
That
that
is a
came out
fucking
recently.
skit on a
That's
TV show,
crazy.
dude. Like that's like
Yeah.
a cartoon skit where it's like AI and it's like it just goes over to India and it's a person.
That
clicking
also
boxes.
that makes all
Oh
the
my God.
videos of people going into those stores and trying it and being like amazed that it
Yeah,
got the
facts.
cart right.
Dude, that's
so
so
funny.
dumb.
Yeah.
That's
It's just someone watching
Dude, so
them
all
through a
those
camera.
cameras, people were saying like there's cameras and shit watching you. All of those were just so people could look at what you're getting.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
not so the AI can.
Yo, that's insane.
Fucking dead. dude.
wild,
That is the best. That is the best thing I've heard today.
Yeah.
Like that's so fucking
Dude.
funny.
Dude, there was so many memes like AI.
It's
and
hilarious.
Indian.
I
Like,
hope
that was the meme.
I hope they
Oh
gave them.
god, that's wild.
That's insane.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh,
kind of like the
Funny as
perfect
fuck.
model for a store.
it's a
You can never
terrible
steal
fucking model.
anything because if you get
You
seen
can
picking it up, you
100%
get
steal
charged.
something. If somebody is at their desk watching these feeds and for a second it lags or the camera cuts out, you can steal whatever you. Essentially, what they're saying is the store could have been a free for all. If you
Yeah.
went in there and you knocked off every camera, no one would fucking know what happened.
Yeah.
I think that's all that I'm finding out now.
They gotta have a giant thief button that they give these people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude,
like a
we just
panic
need to
button.
know where all the cameras are positioned, and if you
Yeah.
just do it low key.
No, they're like
They
in
were
the, they're like in the
severely
shelves.
underpaid for this job.
Oh,
I just,
for sure.
I
Oh,
just
for sure.
no. This was a pennies.
For
This was
sure.
a
It is
pennies a
Amazon,
day.
Yeah.
Josh.
No,
They
it's,
pay
yeah.
They
yeah,
pay people
yeah.
on
the
U.S. soil
cheapest
terribly.
Yeah.
or the cheapest labor. That's all they did.
They were like, and
wanted-
who will do
Yep.
it for 12 cents? 12 cents, how many people
Not
do you
even.
got?
That's
They were like, it costs us
Yeah,
18 cents an hour to run the AI.
yeah, the AI.
Beat it.
Crazy. They were like, if we're doing AI,
Yeah.
oh
Dude,
my
that's why
God.
they didn't have stores everywhere, right? Like that's why they're slowly popping up.
That's
because
wild.
there's
There's one,
a
there's
got
one in
enough
the
people
Burns
to
by our
watch
high
to
school.
watch those
dude.
cameras.
Think about all
I
those
know.
all suburban moms and they're amazed by the technology.
I'm gonna go tell them.
Oh, go and just stand in front of the
Next
store.
time I'm down
Stand in
there, I'm
front
gonna
of the fucking
stand there with a
store.
sign and be like, "Are you aware this is
Do you know
workers in a
that
different
you're
country?"
supporting underpaid Indian labor? Oh my god, this is fucking crazy. Oh man, and they own Whole
Dude, but
Foods
yeah.
too. Like this is
Yeah.
crazy. They have a grocery
Yeah.
store. They didn't have to make that grocery store.
Legit.
They
No, they
never
just-
had to make this store.
They just wanted to wow
This was an
people.
option. Like this was a total fucking option. They
You
own
know
a
what,
grocery
dude?
chain.
Actually, it was like a huge it was an AWS project. It was
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
sell their
Yeah,
cloud
yeah,
service.
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like to be a grocery store.
it was to like show
Which makes
other
this
grocery
even
stores that it
funnier.
could happen type shit.
Yeah.
Well, it makes this even funnier because their cloud was not doing anything. They were like, let's not put that in AWS. I don't know.
Oh
Like
my
the-
god.
The funniest shit about this is that they probably initially started the store with this, right? It was a stopgap solution, right? So
Yeah.
they're like, all right, well, at first we'll
I
have
don't
people
think it was-
watch
bro,
every
there's
fucking
no way
item,
this was
right?
stopgap.
And then we'll figure out how to actually fucking program the AI to do it. But they never figured it out, right? Like so then they
I
just
just
fucking
think it's
gave up.
hilarious.
Yeah, I was about
And
to
just
say, whoever's in
continued the
charge of that
model,
department is
people
the
watching.
fucking wheel, bro.
I think it's just the funniest thing.
That is the wildest shit ever. Like that's just fucking crazy.
It's actually just people.
They say,
looking
yeah,
for a
bro, we
camera.
just got somebody staring at the screen, bro. They eyeballs fucking bleeding, bro. They crying looking at these cameras because you want to fill your
Dude,
fucking
yeah,
cart
imagine
up.
you blink and
go
you
in-
miss someone picking some shit up.
You go in
And
there,
I'm like,
bitch, you got $700 worth of groceries, and there's a poor Indian man on the other end of that bitch whose eyeballs are red. Like, this is fucking crazy.
He's had to pee for 3 hours.
Dude, and like, bro, he's just looking at SKU numbers, just going, okay, you got the peanut butter. Okay, fuck, you put it back. Like, dude.
Wait, did he pick that up or put it down?
Okay, you're perusing,
They
he's
definitely
hovering over it.
Hold
Nope,
up.
nope,
They
fucking switch.
definitely have a replay function.
Yeah, but
Back
if you,
10 seconds.
But if you fucking replay, you miss what's happening live.
You're not wrong.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like diminishing. It's never gonna fucking work.
No,
like,
God.
This process, people were stealing. There's no way people weren't stealing. Like,
No, dude, I'm sure
Something
there's
got missed
people
somewhere.
working overtime and shit. Like, you know, like they were rewatching the
Just
whole
like the
feed
whole
and double
day.
checking,
Yeah.
double checking every
going
item.
back and like charging people's accounts after
Yeah.
the fact.
Yeah, they'll back charge
You know what
you.
would
Yeah,
be
they'll back charge
wild
you.
is if it came
Yeah.
out of the 15 cents an hour, anything they missed.
It's not 15 cents an hour.
Oh,
It's a day.
dude, they would do some shit like that.
That would be
and,
an
now,
everything.
and now you have to work here for 17 years.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, that's crazy. I can't even imagine that. What's going on in India that so many people can start these types of businesses?
There's just so many people.
Dude, that's just wild.
But no, I guess we're talking about the person who's like, I'm going to buy this building. We're going to put 1,300 desks in here and going to call a company. Like, who's that guy? I guess is what I'm saying.
100 a store. 100 a store.
Like, bro,
You know?
Legit.
that's crazy. Like, somebody was literally just looking at like U.S. contracts. It was like, y'all need somebody to answer phones, bro.
Bet.
I'll undercut the whole market.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
started
Yeah,
something
yeah.
terrible that's just cascading. Like,
Obviously.
I mean, yeah, like this is. I would argue this is the pinnacle. Like,
Yeah.
I did not know we were here. Like,
Dude, the funniest shit I saw on TikTok the other day was like, some dude was like, dude, they work harder in these third world countries than they work in the U.S. And I'm like, dude, you're paying them way less. There's no way they're working harder.
I was about to say, bro. Even if
They're
they are
fucking
working
dying, dude.
harder,
They're
I was
dying.
about to say it's not for it's
No,
not
dude, that's-
for the reasons of why we work
Yeah.
hard here.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Yeah.
if they are working harder than us, it's because they're probably afraid that they're not gonna have a place to sleep or eat. Whereas
Yeah.
we're working hard, we're
Yeah.
like we
Exactly,
just
like-
want shit. Like as a country as a whole, there are people who struggle here as well. But like just as a whole, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, dude, that was so goofy, man.
Fucking
I'm
insane.
dude, there's a reason, man. They're freaking dying over there. They're barely surviving. Like, of course they look like they're working harder, man. They needed to do that to survive. Like, shit.
Legit.
that's crazy. I'm surprised there's no like law against just doing some of this wild shit where it's like, look, even if you're a US based company, even if you're going off US soil, bro, you can't get these niggas a penny a day.
Yeah.
You can't.
No, legit.
Yeah.
But then it's like they'll probably be like, what's the business practice of this company? We gave them X amount of dollars. I don't care what they pay their employees. And it's like, that is the most bullshit passing the buck.
Yeah, no,
Like,
exactly. They'll set up a separate corporation. That's how it always works. And then they're paying that corporation as a third party. You
Yeah.
know, so then they're paying themselves, right? And then that's why they have no liability on what's happening.
That's insane. Yeah. I'm not saying we need to change things. I'm just saying we should change things.
Yeah, I mean that's what Apple does, man. We love Apple
Yeah,
so much.
I was
Man.
about to
That's
say.
literally what Apple does. That's literally what they do.
I was about to say, look, we bring those iPhone manufacturing to U.S. soil. Every iPhone's about to cost $1,700.
Dude,
Like
I
just to
remember
look
during
at.
COVID,
Like that's gonna
remember
be the
there
look
was that
at.
one
That's an
factory
8
they
gig
didn't
version. Like that's
Yeah, legit.
that's
they
an
didn't
8
let
gig
the
base
workers
model.
leave,
What the
and then
Amazon?
they ended up
I was
like
about to say here,
escaping the factory.
bro. They had somebody die in Amazon, and they was like, work around them. The fuck? If somebody
No,
said
in
work
Am-
around them
at
at a
the
job,
Apple
I was
factory
like,
in
boy, I'm gonna shoot
China.
somebody.
Bro.
Oh yeah, when they locked them in there, I do remember this story.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
bro, man. No,
Dude, that shit was wild, dude. Just because they had
Boy,
COVID.
I kill
like,
myself
they
while I work
fucking
for
locked them in
life.
there.
That is crazy.
That shit was wild, man.
Insane,
Let me be at any job and you lock a door. Somebody in here ain't making it out.
Facts.
It's me or you, bro.
Yeah.
Whoever locked the door, we fighting. Whoever got the key, you better hope
Legit.
it's me or you,
Legit.
bro. Like, what? I don't deal well with being confined.
Yeah. No, this door is broken.
I was like, what you mean? Like, I'm opening this bitch. I don't know what you about
Facts.
to do. Like,
No, I mean they broke it, man. They fucking escaped.
of course they
Yeah.
fucking
They were
did.
like, hell nah,
Because
man.
as I said, bro, like there's no way. Would you have sat there? Would you have sat
bro.
there? Bro, the second you heard the motherfuckers lock the door, I would putting down whatever the fuck I'm working on.
Yeah.
Hey bro,
Yeah,
why
legit.
the door ain't open?
Legit.
Why the door ain't open, my nigga? Like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Grown ass man.
Bro, the
Like,
whole
nigga
time
locked
I'm
in.
standing up
Yeah.
loud as fuck. Hey,
Yeah.
why the door locked? Why ain't nobody answering me?
Yeah.
Like,
Legit. Legit. Bro.
be like,
Dude, that
what?
shit's crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, we're in 2024. That shit still
Yeah.
goes down.
Bro, and that's crazy
That's
because this is just
wild.
like that's just happening in other countries, and like somebody thought that was like
Yeah.
like somebody's brain said this is a reasonable thing to do. Whereas like
Yeah.
I feel fake murderous when somebody tried to like hold me after like 5 o'clock and I was working 9 to 5. So it's like I don't even I can't
Yeah.
understand like why you would do that to people and think they won't respond crazy. Like
For real.
that's
Yeah,
insane.
exactly.
Or even like the Amazon workers who were like peeing in bottles and shit. I'm like, bro, the second I'm at a job and I pee in a bottle,
Yeah.
This ain't the job. Like, I'm gonna take that bottle and I'm pouring it on whoever my manager is. Like, the fuck? I couldn't go pee.
Facts.
They had like 15-minute breaks or some shit.
15,
That's
bro.
wild.
That's
wild.
Chris Rock made a joke about that in like 2008 where he was like, prisoners in jail get an hour for lunch and I get 30 minutes as a 9-to-5 worker. He was like, that is, if I killed you, I could eat a whole sandwich, but I can only eat half my sandwich because I'm not in jail. Like, you know, it's like, you know, you kind of have a point. Like, it's kind of true. Like,
That's facts.
Wild. We've definitely been talking for over an hour, man. We gotta get the fuck out of here, G. What content are we dropping, man? What's coming out? What's new?
Let's see. Shorts, possibly.
Woo.
Vlog, possibly.
Woo.
Food court, though. Food court, definitely.
Food court. I was like, if you say possibly after that one, that's wild. We just gave them all possibilities.
All possibilities.
We said, hey, maybe, maybe. Like, it was like...
Definitely food court, though. Definitely some food court.
Hell yeah. I got Miseducation week is gonna be the last week of June. I don't know if I've told anybody that, but me and Taylor met and like planned all the stuff out. So if anybody's watching this far in here, yeah, you could know that. It's literally an entire marathon week of podcast episodes, and it ends with season 5 starting. And we got all the new thumbnails and graphics and all that bullshit. So we'll be unveiling that soon.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's a lot of shit though. It's a lot of shit. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna do something stupid in that week because it's like so many fucking episodes. I don't know what it is. Expect something crazy where I just like drop something weird or do something. I don't know. It's mundane. I was looking at the whole like drop schedule and I was just like, there's gonna be some pizzazz in here. I want just episode. I want to do something weird in the middle. So, yeah, expect something. I don't know what it is yet. But yeah, that's what I got coming up. What you got, Parsh?
Shorts will definitely be coming out when the chapter comes out. So hopefully by tomorrow, a short. And then this weekend, dude, for sure the Z Hero video is coming out, man.
Okay. Hell yeah.
We're working on it. We're working on it, man.
My notification bell is turned on.
I've been waiting on to drop that shit. I'm gonna drop it.
Hi. Bobby, you got anything?
Food court.
Food court.
Facts.
Hell yeah.
That's
We'll make sure you
content,
stay in tune
man.
all the shit we're making.
We need that shit.
Hell yeah.
We
I
need
was
that
about to
shit.
say, dude, there's so much shit, man. So much shit. Watch some of it, watch all of it, but you better not watch none of it, man. Tap in next week. That's the quote. Man, that's the fucking quote.
Yeah,
That's the quote. That's a bar. That's a bar.
That's the quote.
Wasn't even on purpose.